All right, good morning and happy Monday, my LeetCode problem solving friends. It's 6:37 in the AM on Monday, April 3rd, and I'm planning on doing the LeetCode daily challenge. Try to get my music going here. What's going on? Let me share my screen while I do this, do a little multitasking. Okay. Batteries. Use my giant earmuffs. For some reason, my AirPods aren't syncing up to Bluetooth. What the heck is going on here? This thing just does not want to pair. Okay, there it goes. All right. Okay, here we go. And let's get going here. Problems, April 3rd. And it's time to shine. Votes to save people. Let's do this in Python 3 first. 6:39 a.m. Okay, so we have a limit for boats. We can do two people at a time as long as they're within that limit. So, oops. Yeah, the game plan is to greedily consume boats with people who fit in the boat. So it makes sense then to pre-process the input array that is sorted ascending. So the smallest folks fit in the boats first. I think so. All right, so the limit is 5. Well, each of them need their own boat here. But here the limit's 3, so here from the example, we see the ascending order. Okay, there's our array, and we'll just say A and K. And so A dot sort that guy, and then greedily consume how many boats we need for the minimum total. So TRBR total, we'll return T at the end here. Total sum of boats, and do I equals 0 in A, it's the cardinality of the array A, and then while I is less than N. We'll move I forward for each person we can stick on the same boat. T plus equals 1 for each boat, each ith boat. Right, so we have is a sub I. And if I plus 1 is less than N, and a sub I, oops, plus a sub I plus 1 is less than or equal to the threshold K, we're going to call this T as our threshold. right, it'll fit, then I plus equals 2. Otherwise, plus equals 1. All right, so let's do this. I plus equals 1 if that guy, otherwise, or oops, 2. And then t plus equals 1. Okay. 1, 3, and 4 is what we're expecting. Let's see what happens. Example test cases. 3 and 4. Okay, that looks good. Looks like I saw this about a year ago. Uh-oh. I solved it a couple times. Okay, anyhow, I got the wrong answer. 643. About 4 minutes. Wrong answer. So I haven't gotten there yet. Okay, output was 3, but expect 2. Ah, I see. Okay, we need to pair the smallest with the biggest. Right. Okay, so previous solution. Oops. This is an incorrect algorithm. So we want to pair, pair small with big. From this example, that pretty much makes sense, right? So 1, 2, 4, 5, we can pair the X's and the Y's and fit in a single boat. All right, so let's just use IJ as our pairs. 0 and the length of A minus 1 for IJ inclusive. All I is less than J, and then at the end we might have to add one more. T plus 1 if I is equal to J, or to the Ross, otherwise. Yeah, either they're going to end up past each other or they end up on the same person at the end, depending on if it's odd or even. If it's the cardinality infinite array A is odd, we'll always end up in the same middle. So we'll do one more if I is equal to J at the end of this loop. Okay, and then each time we iterate, we'll consume one boat with ith person and jth person, this ith smallest person and jth biggest person. As long as they're within K, whichever one we can take. So if a sub I plus a sub j is less than or equal to our threshold of our boat capacity, then we can move them both forward, right? So I plus equals 1, j plus equals 1. Otherwise, if they don't fit, and maybe we'll just stick the biggest person in that one boat. It has to be big enough. Yeah, okay. Oh, j minus equals 1, right? J goes this way, I goes that way. Okay, so we only want to consume the ith person in that case, and then here I'm going to do j minus equals 1. We always take the biggest person. Okay. Make sure we don't have any regressions. That looks good for the previous test cases. And then this test case should also pass with 2 boats instead of 3. Okay, that looks good. Okay, big money, no whammies. Yay, okay, cool. Second try, 647. Okay, so total was 639 to 647 in the AM. So oops, took about 8 minutes for the implementation. implementation in Python 3. Python 3, which is accepted. Yay! Plus one bug. That's not too shabby. Insert the input array and then greedily consume them. Okay, and I have solved this before, so we'll go look at our previous solutions here real quick. Oops, 10. Okay, pretty similar. I'm using count instead of total. N is only used once, so I might as well clean that up. Okay, and then we do have that case where it's odd. Okay, well, we'll write this both. We'll rewrite these a little bit easier to read way. Same as before. Okay, but clean up a little bit. All right, and then this is pretty verbose. Hold. The Jathan life, yeah, I like that. Capacity, right? Both of them fit, or only one of them fits. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Kotlin, clean up the code a little bit. JavaScript, oops. Python 3, Rust, C++. Oops. I'm gonna grab this guy. Yeah, it's a pretty good solution. Okay, let's do this in C++. Should only take a minute real quick since I already know what I'm doing here. Just need to implement it, right? So yeah, oops. And shorten this up here a little bit. T is our threshold. And then small t will be our total, which we're returning the end here, the total amount of votes. Sort a, oops. Ij equals make pair 0 and a dot size minus 1. While I is less than j, oops, plus if I equals j, that's the use case where there's one vote left. And if a sub I plus a sub j is less than or equal to our threshold or votes capacity, then we'll consume the ith person will get in there. The jth person always gets in there. And then T is our total amount of votes. Okay, that looks good. 6:51. Oops. Yeah, about 1 minute for implementation in C++, which is accepted. Yay. Okay. We'll do JavaScript. Okay, there's our array and our threshold for the votes. Sort A in ascending order. J will be our 2 pointers. So, oops, length. This one, is J. Then T will be our total votes. A plus equals J, one more. If a sub I plus a sub J is less than or equal to our threshold for our votes, then we'll put the ith person on there, always put the jth person on there, and then our total votes is always incremented as we loop. Looks good. Okay, that's cool. Kotlin time. Array or threshold. Total votes will consume. I and J are 2 pointers, which are a pair of a cardinality, the input array A -1, and then 0 inclusive. Oh, this is J. I also want 2 plus if I is equal to J, 1, otherwise 0. And then if a sub I plus a sub J is less than or equal to our threshold T, ith person getting on the boat. Jth person always gets on the boat. Oops. Then increment our total amount of boats used. Oh, I need to sort the input array. Okay. Almost forgot to sort. So sorting is an important pre-processing step in the greedy consumption of the ith smallest person and the jth largest person. Okay, cool. And then we'll do Rust. Save the best for last here. Get a little coffee in me. Okie dokie. Oops. Vector of I32s. You'll be our threshold. T will return in the end. It'll be a mutable int 32. And let I and J, oops, these will be mutable as well. 0 and A dot length is 1. Well, it's less than J. If a sub I plus a sub J is less than or equal to our threshold, so the capacity of the boat, we'll put the I smallest person there. Always put the J largest person there and then increment our total T as we go. And then we also need to say if I is equal to J, is 0. Okie dokie. Well, expected expression found plus. Oh, oops. Yeah, Rust doesn't allow this, right? It's very similar to Python. And that there's no increment or decrement operator. This is very verbose, but whatever. Oh, I forgot to sort the input arrays way A as well. Sort it for greedy consumption. And I think we're good to go here. Well, need to borrow is mutable, so we can sort it. Oh, come on, LeetCode. Got to pay the big bucks if you want to hit that. Okay. That's all for the daily challenge. And I take my kids to the bus stop and then I'll do the contest I missed from last Saturday as well. Okay, so here you go. There's a few solutions. Right, so the input array A of people, so we can pair the skinniest person with the fattest person to really consume one vote for 2 people whenever possible. Let the less skinny and most fat people tracked by ith and jth index input array A correspondingly, and then let the input threshold T be each vote's maximum capacity. There's 2 use cases to consider, right? That looks good. Yeah, I think that's kind of ugly. Yeah. All right, whatever. All right, catch you all next time.